Hi Gemini, welcome to August. Let's play some tarot for you. I'm going to do things a little bit differently this month because everything's different. The channel, everything's different. Everything's been different. And I haven't sat down and had like an official chat about it because no one's stupid and blind. You can all see stuff has been changing. I've been changing. Things change. I'm a mutable earth sign. How dare you expect me to stay the same? Like, what the fuck? No. I change. Things change. People change. Oh, yeah, we're doing things differently. I'm going to pull some cards and I'm going to talk intuitively. The title of this video came to me about a week ago. I kind of didn't want to have this discussion with you guys. Because more often than not, I end up having to give you the true truth, the real tea, that nobody else wants to give you, and then you all get your knickers in a twist and dislike the video. But if you want a cookie cut, a tarot card reader is gonna tell you a tall, dark, handsome man's coming to save your life. I ain't that reader. So, move along. I'm quite happy for you to move along. If you want to know the true truths, if your kahunas are big enough to handle it, let's be honest, shall we? There's a lot of damage control, Gemini, for some behaviors of yours that have been hella irrational, unreasonable, and downright destructive. And it's all well and it's all fine as long as everyone's turning a blind eye to Gemini and Gemini bullshit. But the minute you get called up on your shit, which Leo season I think with Mercury in Virgo, Mars in Virgo, Venus in Virgo, is probably going to call you out on your bad behavior and the bad behavior that's been going on for what? Should we call it 2 years now? Yeah, let's call it 2 years. There's a lot of damage that you've been causing, and you've left a lot of destruction in your path, Gemini. And to be quite honest with you, I think a lot of people's patience with you has kind of run really dry, because you know what the thing is? It's like, okay, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, fool me 3 times, shame on you, fool me 4 times, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, at this point. Again, this is a very specific message for some people. If it's not for you, bye. Gemini, you do this thing, right, where there's no telling you, right? You get these funny ideas in your head, and then that's it. That's the truth. That's the be-all and end-all of everything. And you know you're acting up, and you know you're misbehaving, and you know you're hurting people without reason, which let's say is a lot to do with karma more than bad behavior. And it catches up with you. And then bad shit happens. And then you're like, oh, but I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? Well, actually, no, you've really fucking hurt some people with your behavior, your two-facedness, and frankly speaking, there are a lot of people that are just really tired of it. Some people that have pulled right away from you, some people that don't want to know anymore, some people that just cannot, for the life of them, be bothered with the dramatics and the tantrums and the just lying, just straight up lying, just straight up aggressive, narcissistic, low vibrational, just BS. And while it's all good and well that you think that the universe is like about that, like that goes unnoticed, sadly mistaken. You've got to change. You've got to improve. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of apologies to people that you owe. You actually owe these people apologies for bad behavior, for assumptions, for trying to put your own ideas or your ways of thinking, perhaps under the influence of God knows what, your own ego perhaps, on people. And it was bullshit then, and it's still bullshit. But the only thing is, your bullshit behaviors kind of ruin those relationships, and those people don't want anything to do with you anymore. And if you're cool with that, good for you. But I would kind of think twice about the carnage that you're leaving behind you, all because you think you know better. And sometimes the thing with that, I think I know better, more often than not, is just straight up ego than anything else. And so I guess the way to really put this out is that your ego has really been getting in your own way. And a lot of this, like, oh, Geminis are twins, there's two of us, 1 minute we're good, 1 minute we're bad. It's just reckless and irresponsible. And damage control really does need to happen at this point. Gemini, you kind of owe people a streak, like you need to go on an apology streak, because there's a lot of damage that you've done going back 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, still doing it, 21. That's a lot of apologies. That's a lot of you, Gemini, pulling your head out of the sand and actually understanding that you don't know it all, that it wouldn't kill you to stop and listen. And the minute you stop presuming stuff and actually focus on the reality of a situation, you will see it's hella different to the way you thought it. There are times in life where we can wriggle out of our messes, and there are other times in life where we've got to stand up with integrity and actually apologize for the mess and the hurt and the damage and the carnage and the chaos that we've caused. Again, if this is not your message, jog on. But if you're triggered right now and you're fuming, you know I'm talking to you. And it's probably about time you took a bit of accountability and push forward in a direction that is positive. Damage control. It doesn't make you small to apologize when you're in the wrong. It doesn't make you small to stop covering bullshit with more bullshit. It doesn't make you small to act out of integrity and be like, you know what, I really fucked up, and maybe I should step in, and maybe I should be the bigger, no, not even the bigger person. Maybe I should come and meet these people at their level. Right, because I'm always going on about my level and how I know so much about everyone else when it comes to like self-actualization. There's none there. It's all a bit hypocritical and way too many flaws in the arguments. I'm over it. Right, should we read your cards? For August, I have the Star card. I have the Ace of Swords. I have the Knight of Pentacles. I have the Page of Cups. I have the Empress. I have the Chariot. And I have the High Priestess. So, Gemini. There's a lot of going with the flow that's going to be happening in August. And with the Ace of Swords here, there is almost a liberation from, I think, a preset notion of who you are, who you thought you were, what you thought you wanted, and what you thought you were here doing. There is a severing of ties, I feel like, to an old way of being. I think there is some truth that does need to be communicated, especially when it comes to an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And I do think it is about time that you reached out with more of an apologetic and a human and an emotional approach to the situation, because I don't think what you're dealing with is anything less than royal. Home situations may mean that you have to move on and you have to move in a different direction, but grabbing hold of life by the reins and actually being proactive about being a little bit more in your seat of power, and not power as in like the lunatic Gemini kind of, I'm hungry for attention, like a hungry attention whore kind of power. This is about getting really fucking serious about life and serious about the people around you and serious about the relationships that you have. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. Fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Capricorn had this card also. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. True love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Vegetarian. A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. Very nice. Ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your questions. And get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. So it looks like there's a lot of good stuff happening in August. I would strongly suggest that you do get some exercise. And I do think like there is a significant birthday, don't think it's yours, could potentially be somebody else's, that might bring answers to a certain question that you may have had. I feel as if you've got to really focus quite intently on what it is that you're trying to achieve in August. And I really would try and do a lot more for Earth and the environment and what's around you. Remember, Gemini, to handle the situation with a fair... Do it in a fair way. Do it in a fair manner. And there are going to be times in August where I feel like you are going to have leaps of faith. There is true love energy surrounding you. Empress. I think it's real. Chariot card means there is certain moving on. Could be moving home. Either way, everything is okay and it is all working out beautifully. And what you've asked for is coming true. Sometimes it's really, really important to just be open and honest with people. And sometimes if you don't get off your chest what it is that is your truth, it becomes resentment. And resentment is low vibration. Speak on it. Okay? Honestly and truthfully. And really and truly, damage control doesn't make you small. If anything, it means you're big enough to act, like really understand and reflect on where you've gone wrong and see where it is that you can make it right. Do the right thing, Gemini. Have a good August.